Hello and welcome. To create this patch, you actually can use any shape. I want to use an image from the assets of the TouchDesigner. So import your movie with movie file in top operator. I want to use the image of the butterfly to create my patterns. You can use any other images or even the shapes like rectangle or something else. So here I use this one. To continue, add a fit top after the movie file in. From the fit parameters, change the fit to fit best and change the resolution to what you want. I want a full HD. After this one, add a transform. Scale it down. Go to the Tile tab, change the extent to mirror or repeat. To create some variety, go to the fit parameters and change the rotation or the translate. I want to scale it up and move it to the left to create something like this. You can also rotate the butterfly by adding a transform top after the movie file in and rotate it. So, I have this pattern now. To make it modulated, I want to add a noise chop. Go to the comment tab and turn on the time slice. So, I have this random number here. Add a mass, null, and use it for the rotation parameter of the transform. Go to the mass parameters and change the range to 0 to something like 180. Go to the noise parameters and increase the period to make the movement slower. So, this is the image I created for now. After that, I want to add several mirror tops to generate a pattern to make them different. So, add mirror top and play with the parameters to make some varieties. Play with the parameters until you get some beautiful results. And to create more variety, add another mirror after that one. Change the parameters again. Look at these beautiful shapes here. But I want to make it unpredictable and kind of generative. So let's make some other processes here. So, add a transform. Decrease the scale. Again, go to the tile and change the extent to repeat or mirror. And again, add another mirror after that. So, it's getting different. To make it actually generative and get new results, I want to modulate the mirrors and transforms with some noise job like this one here. So, I want to copy it and paste. For example, I want to use a random number for this mirror. Let's have the final preview here. So, let's check it out. Before assigning the random number, go to the parameters and change them to see what happened. In what range? Look at the final result. For example, I want to make it from 0 to 2. For example, for the Y parameters of the pivot. So, go to the mask parameters and change the range according to the noise from -1 to 1. Change the range from 0 to 2. Now, I have to assign it to the parameter. Now, I have this random animation here, and I can change the motion by changing the parameters of the noise job. Again, I can use this method for the other parameters of other tops. For example, I want to go here and give the number to the pivot again. For example, the Y parameter. So, it's giving me these random shapes here. Actually, I can use more noise jobs to make the motions more random. This time, I want to assign another noise to the other parameters of the mirrors. Like this, for example. It's better to check them before assigning, so you will get proper results. For this one, maybe I have to use -1 to 1. For example, -1 to 1. Remember to change the seed of the noise too, so that we don't have the same numbers for all parameters. Just change them, doesn't matter what. And also, I want a new noise job with the range of 0 to 360 for the degrees. So, I assign it to the rotation of this mirror. Or even you can use them for other mirrors. Like this. Playing with the parameters to get the result as you want. Here is the amplitude. Playing with the period. And other parameters. I don't like this one, so I have to change the parameters of the noise. I don't want huge movements, and I think the range is not correct for this one. I have to check it manually. So, I think it must be something like 200 to 360. Again, assign it as a reference. And change the range. So, now I have this animated pattern. I will change the parameters later. But for now, let's proceed. After this one, add a null. And go for the next effect. Add the edge. Decrease the strength to something like 0.002 or 1. Add a level after that. Increase the contrast to make them barely visible. Like this. After that, add a feedback loop. Add feedback top. Add level to have control on the feedback, and add top. Add them together. And set the target top to add. Now the shapes are being created. To reset them, I want to add a LFO job with the type pulse, so I can use it for the feedback reset. Decrease the frequency to let the pattern be created before resetting. I want to use a cache top to get frames rendered after being generated here. So add a null, connect it to cache. Go to the cache parameters, deactivate it. And use the LFO that we used for resetting the feedback to the pulse of replace single. So, to capture the last frame that is created here, I have to decrease the cache size to 1. And, to get the last frame, I have to assign the LFO to replace itself. So the cache captures the last frame of the pattern before reset. Okay, now I have to play with the parameters to get something beautiful. Add another null here. Turn on preview, and go back to the noises we used here. I have to decrease the speed of the movements, so that I have clearer patterns. For example, I am going to increase the period here. Or for this one, I can decrease the amplitude and use the rotation And you can see the patterns are being created beautifully. Remember, you can add more movements to get different patterns. Let's add a rotation for this mirror. I will change the numbers to get something beautiful. I think I used something like 45 to 90 for this one. So, enable the expression and go to the math parameters and change it to 45 to 90. Actually, you can decrease the scale to create a pattern with more details. Change all parameters and get new results. To prevent something like this, that the image is being distorted, you have to decrease the speed of all motions, or increase the amplitude of their noises. This one is moving so fast. And remember, you can change the edge and level to adjust the lines. For example, increase the contrast. Increase the gamma, or whatever. But look for the blend pixels, so be careful with them. And beside that, the output of patterns are shown here. Make fewer movements to get clearer patterns, but make them different to have the pattern generative. You can use other images, for example this one, from the assets of the TouchDesigner, to get new patterns. Always look for the edges and level after that, to get proper results. So this is my result for now. Thank you for watching. See you later.